Well, hello my beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for December. I mean, I always say this, I can't believe we're here already, but here we are in December, the winding down of another year. 2025, the year of the snake, has been full of transformation, of challenge, breaking the patterns to find your way, to making sense of things, of course, and let's face it, you certainly had to embrace your personal power to learn how to adapt. Now, you may not be feeling it right now, but you're entering December like a warrior or a warrioress because you've been through some stuff, and now the karmic rewards take place. But it's not over yet. Although November did bring a course correction due to 5 planets being in retrograde, the planets shift gears to thrust you into positive outcomes in December. And of course, December has arrived in all its glory, and we have officially moved into sparkly Sagittarius season. It's time to rewild, to lean into your spontaneous side and envisage new adventures for your future to come. This is the month to embrace duality and exist within 2 worlds. One world where you live in the moment, make that final push of accomplishment, then release all the pressure of the year gone by, engage in meaningful conversations, get lost in music, be more active, and say yes to impromptu events. And of course, leave your comfort zone. Now, the second world is where you allow your mind to wander for your future, exploring all the new possibilities, reimagining what life can be. You're definitely wishing for something there with that card as your protagonist energy. And of course, setting new goals and expanding on current ones. Sagittarius season encourages wanderlust. So you might just book that vacation or that course you've been looking into there. For although December winds down the year, it is the portal to an exciting new beginning. Look at that. You have the Fool card right there. So you are so ready for this. It's a gateway to the fire horse year that lies ahead in 2026. And what better way to set yourself up for 2026 than to exit through the Sagittarian gift shop of life? What are you checking out and taking with you for 2026, and what is firmly left on the shelf to gather dust as you speed away into your successful future? Now, of course, Uranus retrograding in your sign, my beautiful Taurians, it will help you discover a bargain financially and keep an eye on your finances to avoid any future shocks. In fact, your 2nd house and your 8th house are influencing you this month, so your mind is on your money, how to save it, how to compound on it, how to transform it, where to get more of it, all of the stuff, okay? So this is also a period, of course, where you think about your financial future, even though you may be gifting during this season, but your mind is all about value. Now, the final supermoon of the year, it occurs on the 4th of December, and it is in the sign of Gemini, which can get a little bit chaotic. So you'll be rushing around, running errands to get everything done, spinning all the plates. You may also feel a little distracted as you assess it all, reviewing your life choices and potential options, of course, as well as identifying what you've been tolerating and what you no longer wish to accept, to be free, to recharge, and of course, to reset. Now, this Gemini influence may also increase that deep desire to be more sociable or connect with community in some way. So you'll be leaning into that, but ultimately you will be making decisions from a place that protects your well-being, choosing mindfulness over drama. Critical thinking also helps you listen differently too, especially to the whisperings of your heart, to break free from limitations, to step into the realm of possibility, of success, and of course abundance in your future. Now, there is always the law of balance, and December isn't going to be the easiest end of the year. There are some chaotic planetary shifts still occurring, which can trigger stressful misunderstandings or clashes with those close to you, and even amplify erratic quirks, causing frustration. But this too shall pass as Jupiter and Venus get up close and personal, making it the perfect time to spread the love. And if you're searching for love, to find the love, and of course, spoil those you hold dear with your love. Now, Mercury is finally direct, which is great news because let's face it, the last retrograde has been a bit of a doozy, especially for me, but now you are given the cosmic thumbs up to move ahead without delay or chaos on any of your plans or projects. And in terms of world events, and please fast forward this part if you really don't wish to hear it, wait until I show you your first card, that's when your reading starts. Pluto is now deeply bonded to Aquarius, and it's going to be with us until 2043. That's a long time, okay? Now this alignment, it demolishes systems which are crumbling or not working. Partnered with Uranus retrograding in your sign, my beautiful Taurians, this means revolutionary changes for tangible structures in society, in government. So you may see some changes in government suddenly there, healthcare, technology, and of course, banking systems. Now, in your personal life, you may have noticed how there's been a lot of change in things that you used to know or be familiar with. So you've also been experiencing that kind of energy. I want you to be aware of that. Anything that's not working, it crumbles away, and it's time to reset in some way there on a personal level as well. Okay, but this was the gateway year, 2025, the introduction, and of course, there is new things to come as we switch to new systems. We could suddenly see digital glitches with apps, payment systems, social media issues, power outages, or even technology collapses as new systems are tested. Okay, so I want you to be aware of these things. Now, I'm not here to, provoke fear or make anyone worried. Sometimes we can have a power outage. Sometimes we can have problems with the internet. An app may suddenly crash or a system not work. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about because, of course, as these things advance, we got to keep up with it in terms of energy and electricity and all of the stuff. So it's about overloading systems that are trying to adapt to new ways of doing things. So I want you to be aware. Also, market course corrections after a sudden peak could spark debates around a more sustainable financial method of exchange, triggering a revolutionary refusal from society and a demand for more freedom. Now, Uranus is very volatile as a planet, and as the Sun in Sagittarius clashes with Saturn in Pisces on the 16th, which incidentally is the Tower card, we could witness a global shockwave that makes us sit up and pay attention. Now, I keep seeing a very serious water-related event kick-started by an underwater volcanic activity, something that may literally shake the foundations of buildings. I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I keep seeing a vision of it, and I'm not saying it's going to be in December, but perhaps we will witness a shaking of things to come. If you think about it, being in that Pisces energy, anything that's fluid, money is fluid, so we could see some changes there as well, especially since it's in the sign that, controls money, which is Taurus. That's your energy. I want you to be aware of that. But also I see, there could be something water related there as well. Now, also, I keep seeing a vision of a well-known public figure who led a country and a well-known singer drawing their final breath to be celebrated for their service and, of course, for being the voice of an era. Also, a leader being ousted, sudden removal there due to controversy. But that could be anybody right now because there's a lot of controversy going on there around leaderships. But also we will see a lot of solar flare activity conversations because there's going to be a disruption of energy fields. Magnetic poles are shifting too. The world is having some birthing planes. That just means there's releases of pressure, okay? So it's not like monumental, but it's a cycle that occurs with an organic body. You know, the world is ever shifting, but it will affect jet streams. I've been talking about this for the whole year. My guides keep giving me this, but also ocean currents, and this could affect travel communication systems and cause delays or sudden shutdowns there. Perfect in time for travel season for everybody, always the way. But also, 3-Eye Atlas will make some very unusual shifts that will be of note on the 19th of December that make defense systems keep a very close eye. Now, as we close out the year, as always, your personal focus will turn more to where you feel like home, to find stillness in personal reflection. This time of year, everyone celebrates accomplishments. Remember, if you've been exhausted all year navigating plot twists or just managed to drag yourself out of bed and find some sort of stability in an ever-changing world, this is still progress. And Saturn's karmic boomerang will reward you and arm you with the opportunity for the new year ahead. As Mars enters the exalted position of Capricorn as well, there could be one last-minute success that comes in under the radar there before 2025 closes and puts you in the best position for your future. You leave the year working out who you want to be, what you want to achieve, and also what kind of world you want to exist in. What are you taking with you? And what is firmly left behind? You're in the hot seat, you make the decision, and karmic debt delivers the reward you deserve in the year ahead to light up your world, set your soul on fire, and of course, be excited by all the good stuff to come. And there's a lot of good stuff as you lean into the end of the year there for you. I mean, you got a 10 of Swords. It means you're crossing a lot of things off your to-do list. You're so over 2025. You are kind of like looking at all the things that resonate with you right now, leaning into family for some of you or leaning into more abundance. The World card is completion, success, the end of a cycle. 10 of Cups is reward. So a lot of you are going to feel very fulfilled, even if there are things that you did not accomplish or you're yearning for or wishing for or still aligning yourself with. You just feel this sense of positivity that you did a great job with the resources that you had. And yes, you had to step up, you had to adapt, and there was challenge. But I feel like you're managing stress levels in December, and I feel like you are gearing yourself up for some sort of exciting new beginning here. But let's start with your first card because we have the Star. Big healing month for you. I feel you're on a journey of self-discovery, giving back to yourself, cathartically letting go, and releasing the pressure, okay? There is one final push, of course. There's something here with a 4 of Cups that tells me that if you felt you were rejected in some area or let down or there was a disappointment, the universe is literally delivering a surprise to you that is, it feels kind of a replacement, whatever this is. So if you went up for a job opportunity and you didn't get it, there's one on the way that is more rewarding, that is going to make you feel really content and fulfilled, both financially as well as emotionally. For some of you, if this is a relationship, there's, you know, a high level commitment on the horizon here for you. It just feels like something is coming back around, but in a different form that is more exciting and way better than what you felt like you lost or didn't connect to, okay? But the Star is all about wishes. I got to give it to you straight. Your 2nd house and your 8th house are influencing you this month. So although there's a lot of sparkly energy and a desire to integrate and have fun and lean into friendships or discover new people to become your soul tribe or even being more family oriented, you know, your 2nd house and your 8th house is like, you got stuff to do. You're going to be very practical. You know, your 2nd house is all about value. So even if you are gifting, you're going to be weighing up the value of what is on offer and wondering, is it worth it? A lot of you are going to discover better deals elsewhere. You know, with that 8 of Cups, you're going to walk away from things that you feel are oversaturated or disappointing, or just you're refusing to pay above the odds for things that are not, you know, aligned with the value of what it's asking for. So I feel a lot of you are just seeking for discounts if you are gifting at this time. But more than anything, a lot of you are walking away from people or situations that underestimate you or didn't believe in you or basically just don't resonate with you anymore. The star is to see, it is to have clarity, and you may be cathartically looking at what you need to release as you move through the month of December. A lot of you are like, you know what, I gotta let go of this, or I need to simplify, or I need to just finish this and get on to the next. You definitely have a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind. Ten of Swords indicates a lot on your to-do list. So many things whirling around in your mind, but you may be adapting to a new way of doing things. I definitely see that you're closing down workloads or projects or things that you need to get in order and get organized to have before you close out the year. But the star energy indicates some measure of recognition. So if you are in a career, I feel just when you feel that you've walked away from something that was disappointing, another opportunity comes in that's more fulfilling. So if you were up for an interview, didn't go your way, some other role is coming on in and you're excited, you embrace this. It just feels like that which you had to let go of gets matched by something that is even better, or just feels like it's more aligned with your life and with your wishes, okay? And it feels very practical, whatever this is. So for some of you, you may be looking into new contracts at this time, looking into more harmonious environments. So if you are currently out of work and looking for an opportunity, 4 Cups, you may feel like the job market very oversaturated. You may feel disappointed that there's no one hiring at this time, or people are just turning you away. But suddenly something comes on in and it's the jackpot job, okay? Sometimes we get put on pause until an opportunity is ready for us, okay? Because we can be ready. We're like, where's the opportunity? I'm ready. I'm ready to take it on. But the world is like, it's not ready for you, but it will be. It's going to be waiting for you, but it had to be ready. So there was a pause. So if you're searching for a role, I feel there is an energy where looking at this, there's 2 things that come in. You turn one down because you're like, no, that doesn't value my skill set. You're out there shining your light, even in the darkness, so you're putting yourself out there. And I definitely see that, your skills speak for themselves, and I see you being hired. And with the world energy, it may come in just before we close out the year, okay? But you actually step into the role as we enter the new year there for you. And for those of you who are already in a career, this is a token of appreciation coming on in. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I'm being given 2 energies here. You've been working like nobody's business over the year. I was going to say something else, but I just feel like you've been going above and beyond in a working environment, especially if you work for a company. There is an energy here where you feel a little bit disappointed in somebody. Okay, now this is somebody who perhaps has been challenging or has been deliberately kind of making an issue there. You just feel disappointed in this person, whoever this person is, okay? And I feel like you just distance yourself from this person, but actually it makes them come towards you to make amends, okay? And there is a reason why they felt they had to disappoint you. So if this is a boss, for example, if you went up for a promotion or you went up for something and you didn't get it or it hasn't been finalized, you may feel disappointed or let down by this person, but I feel like their hands were tied. They're on your side. May not feel like it, but they are. But they can't be seen as favoring. There's something else in the works, something more rewarding, something that they feel that if you didn't get this one opportunity, you'd be best set to get this other one over here that you may not even be aware of, okay? Now, I don't see any promotion vibes here, okay? So a lot of promotion talk would have taken part in, the rest of the year. December feels very much like, you are thinking about yourself, taking stock of what's going on there, getting things done. There may be one task. I feel like you get everything done, but there may be one task or responsibility where you require someone else who's either absent or lets you down. That's what I'm seeing, but ultimately you close it out, you get it done, whatever this is. But in terms of working for a company and promotion vibes, I feel there could be some expansion when it comes to a deal done. This could be a merge or something that's going on in the company you work for, and it will be rewarding long term, and it opens up new opportunities for you in particular, my beautiful Taurians, okay? So just be a little bit mindful of that. Now, also, if you work for yourself, I feel with that star energy, you're projecting where you want to be in your future. And of course, if you have clients or you have people who utilize your services, I feel there's a lot of good reviews. There's a lot of acknowledgement that you're the best in your industry. And if you are creative, there could also be a role that comes in off the back of a disappointment that sees you go global or gives you more kind of like traction or more thrust in the public eye, more influence there. So that's coming through. No matter who you are, whatever industry you're in, I see more influence. I see more reward, even though it's been challenging. Okay. So I feel there could be something extra that comes in there. Definitely a flurry of activity. You're going to be very busy. And for those of you who are not interested in career kind of aspects there, I feel this is about you dissecting and taking stock of how far you've come in life and where you want to take things to next, because the Eight of Cups indicates that you're letting go and you cannot wait to move into all the potential for 2026, but you're re-examining. This is you acknowledging what is right for you. You also have a Seven of Pentacles here at the end of the month, which is all about you reevaluating and feeling dissatisfied with some of the developments that have gone on. But remember, it's because the universe is going to surprise you with something else. Four Cups is something you do not see coming. Okay, so I would be inclined to highlight that just when you think something is over or done, or if you're closing out the year, suddenly something comes in last minute that you will celebrate and you see it as a reward, whatever this is. 8 is the number of the self, so a lot of you are focused on your own needs during this time, out there shining your light and even getting yourself out there to be seen. So if you're looking for love, I would say that as you close out the year, round about kind of like New Year's Eve kind of time, this is a very strong period where you could meet the love of your life, someone that you settle down with, okay? So that's something that's coming out there if you are seeking. And if you're with a person already right now, some of you may be feeling fed up with the way that the year went, and you and your person have been under a lot of stress. You know, I feel like you're nearly on completion period on something. So if you've had a project that you both wanted to get done, or you've had a vision, a wish that both of you, desire to achieve, it feels like you're halfway there. There's more to go, but you will celebrate as you close out the year on whatever this is, and know that it is in the making and that you're going to get this, whatever it is, and you're going to be truly happy. 10 of Cups is ultimate happiness and abundance there. But the protagonist energy here indicates that right now you feel, even though there's a lot of sparkle, because of course the star energy, whether you're someone who gifts at this time of year or not, there may be a lot of glitz and sparkle and all of that stuff, but your 8th house and your 2nd house, especially since the 8 of Cups is about looking at all that glitters and realizing it's not gold, you realize that things have been hard. You can't just cover it with glitz and glamour. Yes, you can get out there and lean into friendships, have important conversations, integrate with community, and live in the moment to be with the people that you care about. This is ultimate happiness, okay? Joy, fulfillment, family, success. And there is a lot of success. I mean, the World card in the 10 of Cups indicates a successful conclusion to the end of the year for you. Whatever shape or form that takes, it's going to be different for everybody. But the beginning of it, it's very much like, you want to buy into the sparkle and you want to get involved in all that kind of happiness. However, you just feel like you got stuff to do, and it just feels somehow, and I got to give it to you straight, 8 of Cups is like oversaturation, manufacture. And, there's just this energy here of like wanting something like real, something tangible, something that you feel fits and aligns with your life, okay? So I feel like you're just soul searching or seeking something new. And this could be with a partner if you're with a high-level commitment right now, if you're married, for example. Some of you, if you've gone through a divorce, this can be you contemplating what traits you want in a relationship as you move forward. You're attracting that. Whoever you are, no matter what you are wanting in your life right now, you're attracting something that you're wishing for, because something is feeling like it's not working right now for you, and you just feel a little bit fed up with the way things have always been. And you may feel there's shortages or there's been disappointments and difficulties there, but the best is yet to come, because you have the World card, which is closing the year or an end of an era, a chapter on a high. I mean, for some of you, this could be the year that you decide to retire, or you may be making retirement plans. And if you're retired already, it could be that you're traveling to see family, or family are coming to see you. There's this energy of integration there at the end of the month. But I feel a lot of you could be embarking on a new path, setting things in motion, because we have that Fool card, which is all about spontaneity. It's about adventure, taking a leap of faith. For some of you, this is launching a project. Others, it's you like closing, walking away from work, doing what you can do, closing out, as many projects as possible, being on to the next. It's ongoing at the beginning of the month. I gotta be giving it to you straight there. But that Fool card is like, let's party, let's get out there, let's, release and let your hair down. And of course, this is a new beginning. So whilst you are embracing 2026 with a little bit more excitement and realizing there's a lot of potential, it's because there are some gear shifts in December that you will celebrate and see that things are actually starting to align and come together for you, where before you may have felt a little bit jaded with the whole experience. So there's definitely something of a celebration at the end. Now, of course, when you have an 8th house energy and a Fool card, this can indicate you're looking at closing cycles, ending things. It can be that you're coming to the close on a project or a client, or perhaps some of you are moving to a new neighborhood or looking at things further afield. Some of you are wanting to get to sunnier climates if you're in a winter climate right now, and vice versa. There could be some sort of travel here, because I feel like you're in a cycle that you're closing, and a lot of you, this can be the release to go on a vacation, or just have, a staycation, some sort of reset and regroup of your energy to recharge your batteries, and you're going to have more energy. When you have the 5, a lot of you do have a lot of pressure on you, and you have been tested, but I feel a lot of you have been outgrowing parts of yourself this year, and realizing that the tension that you're feeling is an inner compass, an inner gauge to highlight where you need to make changes and what you need to avoid. So you may be looking, as you close out the year, of things that you want to avoid for your future to manage stress levels, okay? But also, this card can indicate that, you may be dealing with a person who's a little bit immature during this period, and you have challenging conversations with this person. Because it's in the resistance position, it can indicate harmony, okay, or a resolving of a problem there with this person. There can be like a minor kind of disagreement there, but it feels like both of you agree to disagree at some point. You may actually catch a person out on something that perhaps they believe in and say you don't agree with it, because a 5 can be to stand up for what you believe in and speak your truth, of course, even though it may cause a bit of tension there. And it's not that you're not going to speak your truth. You may say something diplomatically, because of course these 2 cards, when they're in the reverse, this can be an energy of a difficult, challenging conversation with a person who's very stubborn. But the 5 of Wands there can be an energy of, you feeling that there is a need for harmony. And you may speak your truth in the way where you kind of highlight knowledge that this person can go off and think about, and then do their own due diligence, do their own research, and discover that actually you're correct. But you didn't want to argue about it. You just wanted to say the truth and say, I'm going to leave it there, but this is what I think because this is what I know. I've researched. And it can set that person in motion to go and discover that actually you were right on something. And it just brings in more respect for the relationship moving forward. Okay, so if this time of year you tend to deal with a very challenging person where something isn't enough, or they tend to argue, even if you said the sky was blue and they said no, it's green, you'd be like, oh my gosh. You may actually give some facts there and then they'll go away. This year I feel they're the sort of person who's going to go away and go, you know what, you're right. I had to look into it and you're right. And I give you credit for that. And there's just a little bit more of a resolving energy with this. So with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to remove myself from that energy because I don't like drama, and neither do you, because the 5 of Wands is an energy of removing drama from situations. You just want to simplify your life, okay? A lot of you are trying to set yourself up for something new in 2026, and it can be that it's been a bit of a gear shift, but things will get easier for you because harmony will be resolved. I mean, also, 5 of Wands is a card of where there has been conflict and challenge and really tough times and testing situations, there is success. So this means success after adversity. You've walked through fire this year in order to transform your life in some way and remove things that don't resonate with you. And December is like a cumulative point where you kind of resolve things within yourself, take stock, and investigate new ways of doing things. So a lot of you could get new communication. Some of you are thinking about emigrating or thinking about different parts of the world where you feel like you belong right now. You're investigating something that perhaps wasn't on your mind before, but now, you're being really shrewd with regards to some of the changes that are going on in the world. Maybe this is connected to your finances as well because of your 8th house and 2nd house. You may be just doing a lot of thinking and soul searching over this period. But the Page of Swords, during this period, you're going to have a lot of new ideas. You have an incredible mind. You're trying not to, overthink situations because you have that 10 of Swords there. But this will be a new project or something exciting that perhaps was hard to start, but it's very interesting. It's something that's making you very curious right now. And I feel like you'll return to this, whatever it is. It's something you've already had an idea on, but you'll return to it in the month of December. And although it may be a bit of a gear shift for you, it will actually be something that you take into 2026 and are very successful with. Okay. Now, a lot of you with this soul searching energy, it just feels like you're kind of like reviewing where 2025 took you to and how you can get more balance, more harmony. This is you leaning into your sense of purpose, but also it is creating alliances, friendships. Some of you, your friendships have evolved and you have moved away from certain people that perhaps you never imagined you would have distance with. And for some of you, there are literally distant relationships with friends where you come together in some way. I see someone flying to see you and embracing you and being so excited that they're seeing you again. This could be a family member or friend, I'm not sure, but that's something that's coming through there. But most importantly, I feel like it's like you're looking at the symphony of your life to make sure that you are, continuing to align yourself with what sets your soul on fire. A lot of you are exhausted. A lot of you may even feel that time has flown by, that you can't believe December is here already and you're closing out another year. And you're like, oh my gosh, time flew past so quickly. And you may be looking at where you feel like you are right now and where you want to take things to next. Temperance card, you are going to need some patience over this period, especially with people. Now, don't shoot the messenger when I say this. If you're a parent with the Page of Swords in the resistance position, this could be some challenging conversations with teenagers or with children. So it can be a testing time where you're trying to do it all, hold it all together, but you're doing a great job, okay? And this too shall pass is what I see. And I feel, of course, there is an energy at the end of the year of there being more balance and just feeling lighter, okay? That's coming through there too. But of course, equilibrium, there's a big tree there. So this is you looking at family. It's about you looking at generational cycles. So you may be honoring ancestors, people who are not present at the table, because we have the 10 of Swords there. That can indicate that you are thinking about people who have passed on, transitioned, and you may be honoring them. They're on your mind. You may be grieving this at this time of year, and it can be really hard. 10 of Swords is a lot of challenging thoughts at this time of year. For some of you, if you're feeling lonely or you've gone through some challenge and it's ever present in your mind, it can be amplified during this period. If you are grieving someone who has passed away, this person, well, I'm seeing a singing bowl right now. A singing bowl is what I'm seeing. That's the image I'm being given. So maybe this is an image you asked for to see as a sign, but this could be that you feel them when you have moments where you sing, okay? Or it could be that you remember them singing or humming, and that's when they're present. They're giving you the indication. And some of you may even, in a moment of stillness, hear a little hum. At first you may be like, what's that? But actually it was a moment of vibration where you connected and that person didn't want to scare you, but they wanted to let you know that they're around. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there, okay? That's not going to be for everyone, but I want you to be aware of that, okay? And there's a lot of unconditional love, okay? And I feel like you are in a bit of a fork in the road in your life right now, and they are right by your side, helping you make the decisions as you move forward. But you know in your heart, they want you to return to your heart center. Believe in your heart, listen to the whisper, and they're right by your side with the decisions that you're making, and they are the right decisions, okay? I want you to be aware of that. So with a lot of love and respect, I am going to remove myself from the energy. Please ask for a specific sign, because all I was given right now is singing bowls. This could be that you're going to do some healing through sound, maybe sound baths, or maybe you're tapping into a certain frequency right now in order to transform and heal, to let go of some challenging energy, or maybe even heal with vibration in your body. Some of you may be interested in that at this time, so that's coming through, but I'll leave that there and I'll move forward. But the specific sign that you ask for, you will get, okay? What is that? Sorry, there's something coming through right now. One moment, please. Okay. I'm seeing yo-yo, okay? And someone doing like a lot of really cool tricks with the yo-yo, and then when it spins, it's all like it spins up, and then I just heard cats in the cradle. So I don't know what that's about, okay? I gotta be honest with you. Cats in the cradle. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there. Maybe, I think actually, if my memory serves me well, it may be a move. Cat's cradle, maybe? But I heard cats in the cradle. Not sure. So maybe you're going to have a familiar come and adopt you during this period, and that's a message as well. But yeah, I'll leave that there. It may be relevant, may not, but I'm going to leave it there, okay? Now coming back to the rest of your energy, my beautiful Taurians, Seven of Pentacles, that is the fork in the road. This is you opening yourself up to a new strategy for the year ahead. A decision needs to be made, and you will make it before the year is out. You're not afraid to admit what is no longer for you. That's what my whole energy is coming forward in your reading from the cards. It's like, you are not afraid to walk away. You're not afraid to really dissect what has been disappointing or acknowledge that something is disappointing, but you're setting changes in motion. Now, a lot of you with the world, this could be connected to world events, things like financial budgets or indications, forecasts, projections for the year ahead. Because of your second and eighth house, you are someone who is very savvy financially, so you may be looking at how disappointed you are with certain structures in place, nibbling your finances, and you may set things in motion, whether it is investigation right now with that Page of Swords, but a lot of you with that Ten of Swords, you could be contemplating making a drastic change in your life. You know, Ten of Swords can be the end of a neighborhood. You're leaving to a new neighborhood. You're walking away with that Eight of Cups. A lot of you are also, of course, ending a relationship that you feel just has run its course, that you want, you know, more authenticity, or you want something deeper, more fulfilling. I feel a lot of you, this is the month of contemplating the path that you feel like you're on, but also the path that you feel you should walk. And those two paths may not exactly have aligned, but they will, is what I see. Now, Ten of Swords also can just be a mindset reset. Okay, it doesn't have to be something drastic, but a lot of you, if you've been betrayed by a person or let down, you're certainly distancing yourself from this experience. And I don't see a lot of you going back to this, even though someone may, you know, give you an olive branch during this time of year. Ten of Swords is like no way back. You've had enough chances. You're done. Okay, of course that's your prerogative, but I do see someone trying to like be in unity with you, but you've been there, done that, and they were in a cycle of repeat. The cycle stops now because you are changing. What we do not change, we accept. And you, looking at the cards, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups, Four of Cups, you're fed up with this, you're done, okay? So that's something that's there as well. Now, Seven of Pentacles, financially, can indicate that, you know, things are going well. You have enough to do you during this period. You may reinvest in self-development, whether it's through a holiday, a vacation. A lot of you having a vacation there. Ten of Swords, if you're going on a group vacation or activity, there may be someone who decides to suddenly pull out of that. Okay, it may surprise a lot of you there. This person will keep in communication. They may join you later when they're more free, so they will reschedule there. Also, for some of you, there is this energy of perhaps going on a vacation to a place that you normally go to, and you may feel that the environment is changing a little bit, and you may make a declaration to yourself that next year we got to do something different. Okay, there's just that energy coming out there as well. You're still going to have a great time. You're going to feel really fulfilled. In fact, the environment is wonderful, but it's who you share it with. And if you're someone who's going off on a vacation by yourself, or you are spending December having a staycation and just by yourself there, you may be looking at your rituals and leaning into the things that bring you comfort, but also the yearning for something more. So you may discover something a little bit different and do things just a little bit differently this year there as well. Now, the Ten of Swords, I feel this is the closing of the end of the year with you taking a lot off your to-do list, but I'm also seeing someone burning like a list. So either you are making your wishes with that star energy, writing them all down and doing a ritual where you burn them and offer them up as, you know, your intentions for 2026, you will be listened to. In fact, in the first 3 months of 2026, you will get the most important wish on your list. Now, it may not be the most valuable, but it's the most important one on your list that you will receive. That's coming through there as well, and you will celebrate it there too. Now, we have that world energy, so that is literally the closing out of the year. This is you being content. A lot of you, this is travel. World card is like, I'm on a vacation and I can't wait. So if that's you, I would say you're going to have a wonderful time. I feel you could actually meet new people as well if you're going on a vacation there. Seven of Pentacles is an energy that you'll get the vacation for a nice amount of money, where you can, you know, have a little bit of money for yourself in the future there as well. You may even do some sort of self-development whilst you're away. Definitely thinking time, but it can be that you're taking stock of things and perhaps treating yourself in some way with that world energy, because some of you may actually be treating yourself to that big gift that you want. Now, for some of you, this could be real estate abroad, or it could be real estate, or it could be a large purchase. I'm not sure, because I just feel like a culmination of saving to make a large purchase. And this could be that you're not purchasing until the end of the year when there are deals, when there are discounts. That's when you feel like there's money off, at least 30% or more off is what I'm being given. And you get to keep that money in your pocket, but still get to basically have what you want. Now, on a more practical level, a lot of you may be looking at the end of contracts or cycles. So you may be upgrading cell phones or cars or anything that had some sort of contract or service plan that is coming to an end. You free yourself up from it. Eight of Cups is to be liberated from something that perhaps was ongoing, that was not fulfilling the service or was not great long term. You want to move into something new. So rolling contracts, I do not see you rolling a contract. I see more of an upgrade with a new contract there. And this could be service providers in your home as well. I mean, also, I feel there is one thing that needs to be repaired in the home space. I hate to give you that message, but it is there. Something that perhaps you had a hunch about, but you just didn't expect it to perhaps suddenly have an issue. You're like, that seems a little bit off. And then suddenly it has an issue, okay? You will get this fixed, and you may be a little bit fed up briefly, but you will replenish your finances. If you're someone who works for a company, I see you getting a bonus. Okay, and if you're someone who works for yourself, you could give yourself a larger dividend or a little bit more money than you were expecting, which will cover it. Okay, now that's not to say that your bonus is going to just cover this repair. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. You're going to have money left over. Okay, so that's something that's there too. Ten of Cups, this is all about family. It's about home. So even if you are on your own during this period, it's about spending time in the home space. A lot of you may make some changes, revamp your home space, or do a little bit more decorating in different rooms, or just do a lot of decluttering. A lot of ending energy here. Yes, you're happy to end the year, but I feel like you're creating space for new things to come. So this could be you getting reorganized where you live, or decluttering in order to make sure that, you know, you have everything ready to embrace the new year ahead. Definitely something to celebrate. This is an abundant, happy, joyful end to the year. And it also indicates you will celebrate with the people that you care about the most. And I feel also there is an energy for some of you. If you've just got married, you'll be going on a honeymoon. Congratulations if that's you. For some of you, you may actually be getting married during this period, or perhaps organizing a wedding. And I feel that there is an energy of like having so much to do, but you're going to be organized and get everything done. Some of you may have been invited to a wedding abroad. And at first you're really excited, and then you're like, oh, you've got so much to do. You may be thinking, should you cancel? But then looking at the energy, I feel like, you know what? You're going to go. You're going to have a great time. You're going to feel so like rewarded that you went. And there's going to be so many great people there. And if you're searching for love, definitely an opportunity to find love there as well. But I feel a lot of you, if you're searching for love, it is as you close out the year. It's more like into, New Year's Eve kind of territory there. But I mean, these two cards are so exciting because it means you are feeling pretty proud of yourself, that even though it was challenging and you had to walk away from a lot, adapt, transform, and navigate your way through uncharted territory, and there was a lot of pressure. That Five of Wands, you've been managing stress levels. I feel a lot of you are trying to, adapt to a new way of looking at change or looking at pressure. You may be having a mindset reset where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to be more flexible. If it doesn't go the way I hoped for, I'm just going to embrace it. Actually, there's something better on the other side. And you're not going to allow that stress to, affect your body or your mind. A lot of energy here is about your mental well-being at this time and making sure that you manage those stress levels, okay? So I feel with the World card, you're very goal-oriented this month. You have a lot to get done, and you are going to complete your tasks and responsibilities to a high degree. Yes, a decision needs to be made, and you may be doing a lot of soul searching, feeling very uncertain, but you're going to make the right decision as well. And there's definitely a new beginning here for you. I release what doesn't serve me. That's definitely something that you're leaning into in the month of December there. A little bit of a challenging conversation that will be resolved, but also there's an ongoing thing with a person that perhaps you feel has disrespected you or let you down in a monumental way, and you're just not about it. I feel like you end that friendship. Okay, no going back there. A lot of you soul searching, where do you feel like you belong in the world? Aligning with a wish. My guides asked me to go one more. And we have I embrace change. Yes, that's the energy I feel with your reading. It's like you're not going to see change as challenge anymore. You're going to see change as like a blank canvas that is waiting for your first mark, for you to strike out in any direction. So I feel that although you got your plans and you're going to accomplish your plans because the World card and the Ten of Cups is there, a lot of success, a lot of celebration, I feel like you're opening yourself up to a little bit more. But it says here, I release what doesn't serve me. Number 19, you just want to be happy, trying to simplify, remove drama, manage stress levels, walk a path that perhaps other people don't understand, but it's your path, and that's okay. And we've got, I am divinely guided. Yes, you are certainly guided towards some sort of like, springboard to more, I would say. The Fool card indicates adventure, excitement, happiness, integration, getting out there, enjoying yourself. Your second house and your eighth house are going to be like, don't forget about the rent. Don't forget about your mortgage payments. Don't forget about your finances, your savings, your credit card debts, your upgrades, compounding your money to get interest rates, or even utilizing debts as a leveraging tool. There's going to be a lot of practical energy on your shoulders as you move through the month of December there. But you still have a wish, you have a dream, and you're aligned with it, and you're going to make it happen. A lot of you could get the keys to a new house or apartment during this time, or you make a move to close out a property deal. Some sort of deal here for you. This could be a deal in your career. It could be a deal in real estate. I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely a deal, and it's something you'll celebrate, and it benefits you and your family. I am passionate. Now, I feel a lot of you, due to practicality and responsibility, some of your passions, you're a very passionate person, but you may have felt like that spark had to be put aside in order to just work on through all the stuff that you had to do. that practical side of yourself. But as you start to move into the middle part of the year, definitely see you being more sociable, social butterfly energy, going to events spontaneously, maybe even events that are already planned, a lot of like mingling going on. The World card is a card of integration, so I definitely see that happening there. I mean, the star indicates allow yourself to be seen, sparkle in your beautiful light. And of course, I embrace change. Okay, definitely turning your back to 2025 and embracing 2026, which is going to be monumentally different from this year. That's a fact. And although there will still be some changes going on, I feel like the rewards and the opportunity are greater in 2026 and a lot more adventure there as well. So I'll just get a trinket or a rune before we close. Ooh. Oh, look at that. So we have handcuff and it's open. It actually says freedom on there. I hope you can see that. Let me just turn it around. Freedom. So you're getting everything done, all your projects getting organized, and then relax. Free in order to take stock and think about next year and how you're going to approach things. But I mean, something is done here. 8 of Cups, you're off somewhere, whether it is into, a different lifestyle choice or a different part of the world. Some of you, new projects, new clients, new jobs. There's just something new that you're envisaging and you're going to take it to the next level, and it's exciting and rewarding, but it frees you up. A lot of you may also want to be more independent as you approach 2026, and I see a lot of that for you in the year ahead. And of course, we've got a beautiful daisy. Okay, so this is a fresh start. So the signaling of December indicates a portal to a fresh new start for you, and I feel this is going to, of course, highlight your personal development and growth on a practical level, but also it's about all your accomplishments, all the effort that you've been making, and really starting to see things come together, that there is a brighter future. Even if you've had challenge, it's like you're starting to see at the end of the year that things are coming together a little bit more as planned, that they're aligning for you to utilize as a resource towards everything else that you ever wanted, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. It was very complex reading, my beautiful Taurians, so I do hope something resonated there with you in some shape or form. So thank you so much, and love and light.